culture, just like the word transformation, digital transformation, is very nebulous. I don't think there is the definition out there that defines culture as it pertains to the workplace. So I'm going to give you a definition. And I think about this as kind of like the culture wrap, right? The meat, the potatoes, and the gravy when you start thinking about culture. So the meat of it is this. The meat of it is, what is the structure of your organization? What are the roles in that structure? And what are the processes that tie them together? Now this, if you're on this call and on this webinar today, you have this today. You have the meat of your organization. You have a structure. You have roles within that structure, and you have processes that tie them all together. You wouldn't be here today if you didn't have that and if you weren't very successful at it. What we're really talking about is, how are you going to evolve that? How is your structure going to evolve? How are your roles in that structure going to evolve? And what are the processes that tie them together? How are they going to evolve so that you're more digitally mature? So what is your structure? What are the roles in that structure, and what are the processes that tie them together? That's the meat. The potatoes of it is, why do you have structure, roles, and processes? Well, it's effectively so you can set, execute, and measure your priorities. You have a structure, and you have people in that structure, and you have processes, so that ultimately you can set priorities, you can execute them effectively, and you can measure them. And then the gravy is that you can think about this at three different levels. You can think about it at your corporate level, your C level, how you structure your entire organization. You can think about this on a more micro level at your program. For example, your digital transformation program also has a structure, has roles in the structure, and has processes in that structure, so you can set, execute, and measure your program priorities. And you also have this at the operational day-to-day level, whether it be a call center, whether it be logistics, and you have it there. So effectively, if we're talking about the culture wrap, if you will, it is, what is your structure, what are the roles in that structure, and what are the processes that tie them together, so you can set, execute, and measure your priorities at the corporate, program, and operational levels. That's your culture wrap. So if we're talking about how do you evolve this then for a digital world, for a digital transformation, so you can solve those core three problems and continuously, effectively set, execute, and measure your priorities, is this. You need to understand what is the right structure for a digital transformation. I'm going to give an example here in a second. Then it's, what are the roles in that structure, and where are you strong today? But then you're going to have some new roles, and you're going to have to modernize the definitions of existing roles. And then you need to do the match. Do you have the right people in those roles? And do you have the people in your organization at all that can fill those roles? Because some of these are new and new skill sets that you've never had before. And then what are the evolution of the processes so you can tie these new roles and the new responsibilities of existing roles together into your corporate rhythm?